On today's show, I'll show you my plans for my husband's brand new office and how it actually turned out after it was all decorated. But before that, I want to show you a little work I had done in my own office, compliments of Lamary. Today's show is brought to you by Lamary. Now this is my basement office. I do all of my work here, video and audio recording. But it gets pretty hot in here because the air doesn't circulate very well. So I really wanted to get a ceiling fan that was powerful but not too noisy for my recordings. So I just got a Lamary smart ceiling fan, and today I'm going to show you how we installed it into my office drop ceiling, how well it works, and all the features. The unit I got is a Lamary 20-inch Light Beat 2 in black. Now this would be really simple if you were replacing a traditional light on a regular ceiling, but since it's a drop ceiling, our favorite electrician is going to show us how to install it. The first thing we had to do was turn off the power to this area, then detach the wires that are attached to the lighting fixture, take the unit out. Now since the ceiling fan needs to be flush with the tiles, he had to build sort of a box by screwing in 3 pieces of wood attached to the wood in the ceiling so that it would come down about 14 inches or just enough room for the tiles to fit comfortably underneath the wood. So he could now add an electrical junction octagon box, which is used for traditional lights. Then he fed the electrical wires through the junction box. He cut a hole in a fresh ceiling tile to fit the box and inserted that over the junction box with the wires exposed. Now it's time to screw the fan's hanging plate to the junction box and now connect the rest of the fan to the ceiling. So the copper wire is the ground wire. It attaches to the green wire. Then the white goes with white and the black goes with black. And to finish, you need to tuck all the wires in, insert the piece into the safety screws, turn it, and add the outside screws to tighten it. And voila, now I have a nice modern looking ceiling fan in my office basement. So now let's see how this works. This fan works with a remote and a holder that could be attached to the wall. Now the fan has 6 speeds. Let's turn it on and start at 1. Very nice and quiet. Even at 6, I could barely hear it. This is great. I should have no problem recording with this. And it's cooling the entire area of my room. And this fan has lots of functions. The light goes from very bright and you can dim it up and down. It has so many different color options. And of course, this smart fan works with your smartphone. On the app, you can control every little detail of the fan. You can create custom colors, rainbow lights, the way the lights move. You can even set the lights to your music. And with your fan, not only do you set the speed, but you can set the way the wind blows. There are just so many different options. I can't even list them all. So I really love this fan. It's awesome. This Lamary fan is smart, cool, and comfortable. Click on the link below to get yours now. So my husband just got himself a new office space. He's an attorney and he was sharing a cramped office with another lawyer and now is ready to stretch out and expand. So he just got all of his things dropped into his new space, and I want to help him organize and decorate the space so it's a nice place for his clients to come. Everything's a mess right now. He's sorting through his files to see what he needs and where we're going to put everything. But the first thing I want to do is look around and see what he has that we could keep and maybe get rid of a lot of other things. Like these chairs, I think they would go nice in the front. And of course, his desk we could keep. And there's this nice bookshelf. We could keep this. We'll keep the paralegal desk, the filing cabinet. that blue chair is pretty nice, but everything else can go. I think some new furniture and paintings on the wall will make this office really nice. So let's work on some plans for this space. While I was there, I took the dimension of each room so that I could recreate the whole space in my 3D program. So this is the front entrance area, and it'll be a reception area. The next space is for his paralegal to work, and then we have his private office in the back. So let's start with decorating the front area. Let's bring up the 3D view, and he already had a couple of chairs that I thought would go nice in this area, these green chairs. So let's start with that and kind of decorate around it. I like to look for a nice green area rug. So what I usually do when I'm designing a space, I go online or I go to the store and I look for different options that might work well in the space. Then I try to recreate it as close as I can in the 3D program so that I can get an idea of what it would look like in a space and better choose the items I want to purchase. Now I think I really like this rug. Let's go with this. I also found a nice modern wall art piece that I think might go well with the chairs also. So let's see what that looks like. Perfect. Now let's add a couple of light sconces, a leather bench under the paintings, a couple of plants, a table. Now this is a mirror he already had. In this area over here by the door, maybe we could put a nice bookshelf. He could decorate with some law books and office accessories. On the opposite long wall, I love to have some large textured paintings. And maybe as we go down this corridor, we could have something interesting like a little console and a mirror, maybe an interesting vase. And as we go into the next area, we'll keep his desk and filing cabinet and maybe add a nice rug, some wall art, more large paintings on the side and the back wall. And as we go into his office, maybe we could start with adding some curtains. We'll keep his desk in the same position. Maybe add a plant and use this wall for his degrees. Maybe move that bookcase he had on this side of the wall. And his existing blue chair can go here. And let's add a couple of large art pieces to complement the blue right over here on this wall. He had a nice little lamp on his desk and maybe a big monitor on here on the back wall. Let's fly through and see how everything is looking. So yes, I really like this. I like the flow of the room, how everything looks and feels. I think he's going to like it too. Now after I did the design, I did some 3D renderings to make it look more realistic. I even showed him some different options and he chose this one. And I think mainly because he really wanted to keep those green chairs. Now all we had to do is order everything and start decorating. So we put the chairs in place, got the painting, the rug, the table, the plants, and everything worked really well together. The wall art is awesome. I love the texture and the scale of these pieces. It just makes everything seem grand. So I'm really happy because everything looks and feels just like the design I did. We did make a few changes. Instead of having that console here under the mirror, we moved it up against the wall and did not get the bookshelf just to make more room in the corridor. And the conference table we got is a little more modern than the design, but I think it looks nicer coming into the entrance. This area is just a little bit different from the design. Over the desk, we put instead a metal art piece to match the piece that he had already over the filing cabinet. And the filing cabinet is in a different position because I think I'm going to put a plant in that corner. Now, inside his private office we're still working on, but one of the changes to the design was that blue chair that we loved. He still liked the blue chairs, but he needed 2 of them. So we replaced that one blue chair with 2 new blue velvet chairs. And I created some wall art to go above the chairs. You could click on the link above to see how that was done. Because we have the 2 chairs, we don't have the bookcase in this corner. We did put the large art pieces over in this area, and I think it looks really nice. Now for the rest of this room, my husband is still working on sorting through files and organizing his papers. So after all of that's done, we'll get the curtains up, a plant in here. But overall, now my husband has a brand new spacious office ready to welcome in his clients. So I hope this inspires you to organize and decorate your home or office. And don't forget to click on the link below to check out the Lamary Smart Ceiling Fan. And I will see you in the next video. Want more detailed instructions on some of these projects? On my Etsy store, for just a few dollars, you can get instant digital downloads of full-color step-by-step instructions with templates for some of your favorite projects. And check out my Amazon page where you can pick up my Book of Elegant Home Crafts, Volume 1, with all your favorite projects together in one big, beautiful, colored step-by-step instruction book. You can also get separate e-project booklets and full-color printed project booklets, all on my Amazon page. You'll also see all my favorite crafting tools and supplies seen on this show, and you can add them all to your cart for the one-click, fast, and easy shopping delivery convenience of Amazon. On social media, follow me at Your Hustle Home and Your Hustle Home TV. Like, share, subscribe, and your support is so appreciated.